Nice. So thanks so much, Ceri, for coming on board. I'd really, really appreciate it if you could just tell us a little bit about how you found the Gut Renew program and what you got out of it.
Wow. It was pretty amazing, actually. It was pretty tough, but because you really have to be regimented and stick to it to gain the best results. So I got to the bottom of so to take it back a bit, I had lower back problems, as you well know. Couldn't get to the bottom of why I was suffering from those problems. And so I thought, well, I've got to focus my mind and put my heart and soul into this to get the best out of, the advice and that I've got to hand here. So it was fantastic to actually get to the bottom of what was causing my back pain. So, and also I had skin problems as well. So I got to the bottom of the inflammation around there as well. So it was great. And it's tough, but and you can fall off the wagon, but you can get back on the wagon again. So I know that if I have a flare up or anything, I can go straight back to all the advice that you've given me. So I've just been on holiday, so I've just come back, and I know that I'm straight on the water, no caffeine, back to my no milk. It's just getting back to balance. A good phrase.
That was a good phrase. Good phrase. What would you say was the hardest bit? Was it sticking to it, or was it changing your mindset?
A lot of it is changing my mindset, because you don't get to the good old age of 48 without having your creature comforts and your habits, and so it's really breaking those habits. I had to have a coffee every day, so caffeine for me was one of the hardest things to cut out. But once it'd gone, it was fun, it was great. And once I'd cut everything out, everyone was commenting on how great my skin looked, and I was like, yeah, I'm really really happy. And I felt the best I'd felt in such a long time. I'd had the back pain for like 6 years, and then, as you know, I suffer from eczema and dermatitis around my face, and I can have inflammation. So my skin, to have great skin on my face, was just like, the best feeling ever.
Yeah. And your sleep, if I remind me.
Yeah, I slept like I've never slept before. So it was normally a really, really light sleeper. I was used to having a cup of tea like at 8 o'clock, and now I don't ever have any caffeine past. I might still have a cup of coffee a day, but now I don't have any caffeine past sort of midday, and I sleep so much better. I've drank so much more herbal tea, and I actually enjoy it.
It's funny, isn't it? It's funny how it creeps in. And
yeah.
How did you find it, like with the recipes and things like that? Like, did you enjoy them? Was it your
The recipes were fantastic, and I must admit I am very lucky, because my husband, as you know, is a very good cook, and so we would use your recipes, and then he would also cook other stuff that was your recipes were fantastic and really easy to follow. And then and we've even taken them forward. We use them. The 3-bean chili is sensational. Who would have thought it?
Who would have thought a vegetarian chili? I think
that was one of our favorite. With the power balls were really good as well, because when you're craving, if you're used to having that little snack, like I'd have a cup of tea and a chocolate bar at 8 o'clock now, and then I'd have a herbal tea and a power ball instead, and it was just so much better. So yeah, definitely the recipes were really easy to follow. And all the chia seeds, I probably didn't pronounce that right, but
that's right. Yeah,
that's all good and all being used now. You just pop a few in the porridge every morning. I don't drink milk anymore. I use the oat milk, or the ones that you recommend, and they're so much nicer, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's just changing your taste buds.
Yeah, and you can actually keep them in the garage, and then just pop them in the fridge, and you can do a bulk buy, and it's easy. You've always got milk. Yeah.
So there's some really, really kind of practical aspects to the course.
Exactly.
How did you, thinking about like the group and the group program, I mean, did you have any like worries about doing a group program, or did you feel quite okay about that?
No, I felt fine, and it's good to hear other people's, it's not easy, but everyone's probably got the same, going to have the same struggles. So and you might fall off the wagon, but just get back on it again, as quickly as you can. But it's there's always going to be one item that's going to be harder for you to get out of your system. Mine was caffeine and alcohol. They are the hardest ones, but when they are gone, you're absolutely fine, and that it's for a good cause, because when you are suffering, you want to get to the root cause of what the problem is. So it's temptations in sight all the time, but because it's the 6 weeks, it's the lights at the end of the tunnel, and to actually find out what is wrong with you is amazing. So I found out that gluten was my trigger, and because when I reintroduced gluten, the back pain was immense. So I know what my trigger is, and it's just nice to be able to know that, get to the bottom of it. And my back pain has been great since.
It's nice to be in control, and I think that's why I want to do this course, because when you know what makes your body tick and what doesn't, you're in the driving seat. Then you can have a glass of wine, and how to make you feel, and you've got your strategies, which is the most important thing.
Definitely. And I say, it's going back to it all the time. You might have a couple of bad weeks where you eat really badly, but knowing that you can just go back. And I lost about 10 pounds as well, which was great. So I know that as soon as I've come back from a holiday, I'm like straight back into it. And I can do it. I'm mentally prepared to do it. So because I want to.
Yeah. And I think when you feel better,
hard.
And you've already had the results, so that you just get back on it and you can get there again.
Yeah.
And I suppose, are you going? So one of my questions is, would you do it again if you had your time over?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to follow you again on the 14th of September.
Amazing.
And, definitely going to be in, and it's good for my husband as well. So he likes to do the cooking and lose a few pounds as well. So we'll definitely be joining in on the 14th.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. If you had like one piece of advice for someone who is considering joining, what would you say?
Just stay focused, and there is end in sight. It's 6 weeks. It's not a huge amount of time, but the outcomes and the benefits are so great. It's just so well worth it.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. No problem.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Bye.